feel like this thing makes it worse for me. Like it would all be like at least somewhat okay if this thing wasn't hovering in my face. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be going over what are swim drills. In some of our previous videos, specifically the stroke series, you'll see that we discussed some of our drills. Drills are intended to break down the stroke into small parts so that you are able to focus on one part more specifically that you are struggling with. So we want to slow down a lot, not focus on speed or times, but focus on our technique and what the drill is specifically intended for. By allowing us to correct what we absolutely need to at one time, and then once we fix that, then we can move on to another drill, fix another thing, and then we can hopefully have the most perfect swim possible. That way we have an ability to climb faster and reach higher goals. Drills are going to be very important because they're going to build a foundation for our technique. The better our foundation and our technique is in swimming, similar to building skyscrapers, the better our foundation is, the higher up we're going to be able to go. If we do not have a strong foundation, then we'll only be able to go so high and so fast in swimming. So we want to be sure to focus on that technique and focus on these drills, take the time to do them and do them properly so that we can be faster and learn swimming easier. Also, having better technique will allow us to prevent more injuries in swimming. A common injury we see in swimming often is people's shoulders. This is caused by our poor technique in typically freestyle and butterfly, sometimes also backstroke. Working on these drills and perfecting that technique will allow us to swim easier and allow our body to be able to go for longer and last longer without injury. When should you use these drills? Drills are very important in swim. I would recommend that you use them almost every day if you can. During your workout, you want to typically use them towards the beginning of your workout. This way we're getting those corrections in early before we start working on trying to go faster and getting in faster times during our practices. We don't want to reinforce those bad techniques during the faster, harder practices. We want to reinforce the good techniques before we get started, build up on that, and then try to go faster with our newly corrected techniques. Some examples of drills will be 6-kick switch. You want to use this drill in order to work on your body position in freestyle. Again, focusing on that technique and building upon that. That way we can allow ourselves to go faster later on in the practices. We could also use other drills such as fist drill, allowing us to pull with our fist closed, focusing on pulling with our forearms and increasing our catch later on in our swimming. The point of these is to focus on one part of the stroke. Specifically, these two are freestyles, but can be used in other strokes as well, similar to backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly. But these are to focus on one portion of our stroke so that we can nail that down before we move on to focus on other parts. We want to get as perfect in one area as we can and then move on to eventually a perfect swim. So once again, drills are going to be important for perfecting your technique in one area, moving on to the next and perfecting that, eventually looking for a perfect swimming technique. We want to be sure that our swimming technique is as great as we can make it before moving on so that we can build ourselves up faster and faster throughout. Also making sure that we are limiting as many injuries as we possibly can. Several swimming injuries come from poor technique, and we do not want that to happen. So we want to be sure to focus on that great technique using drills such as the ones mentioned in order to have as little injury as possible. To find some more specific drills for different strokes in swimming, you can check out some of our swimming stroke specific series such as freestyle and backstroke. These will go more into detail on individual drills and what they're for, and also spread out throughout the strokes such as our kicks, rotations, and pulls in order to focus on those. Thank you for tuning in today. Go ahead, drop a like for us, subscribe for more information, ring that bell for notifications later on, and share this video to someone you think will find it helpful. Thank you.
Thanks for watching today's video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe, share, ring the bell, comment with any questions. If you're in the DFW area and you'd like more information on swim lessons or swim team, be sure to visit www.sigmaswim.org.